Too many modern Christians claim God but are frightened to walk out on faith to fulfill His plan for their lives. Isaiah 48 deals with just that in dealing with the stubborn children of Israel. Isaiah foresees that the children of Israel in captivity in Babylon will resign to live out their lives there, that these people will rationalize and then resigning themselves to be comfortable in a status that God never intended them to be comfortable in. And they are in essence relegating themselves to a place that God didn't intend for them to stay. Isaiah foresees that they will put out of their mind the promise of the new covenant, the restoration of their land, and the renewal of their service to God. And so he writes this chapter to rebuke them in their weak faith and to exhort them to heed the calling of God. The Lord appealed for Israel to listen to His word by reminding them that He had predicted many things in the past and He had brought them to pass just as He had said. Remember, God had warned Israel well before captivity that it was going to happen. Their stubbornness caused them to be disbelievers. So at this point, Israel should realize now they should heed the word of God. Their hesitation in believing the Lord had the danger of Israel falling into idolatry, crediting idols that they had made with the acts of God. But these predictions came before these metal and wooden idols were formed. So God warned Israel not to attribute these occurrences to some other god. These words also gave Israel the assurance that God can be relied upon. This prophecy lays out a logical argument and then rebukes Israel for rejecting it, telling the people to look at the facts and admit the truth. With the accuracy of the prophecies that the Lord has given, with all the evidence of His sovereignty, why would they not declare it? So now there is to be a new thing. It is new to the children of Israel, so that Israel cannot say that they had heard it elsewhere and attribute it to someone other than God, and so that they cannot claim that they did it themselves. Remember, these are some stubborn children. With the advantage of hindsight, scholars surmise that this new thing is something that scholars would have never imagined. It refers to Cyrus as the deliverer of Israel, setting them free. Not any of the scholars would have predicted from a geopolitical standpoint that Cyrus would be Israel's deliverer. Like Israel, we often are reluctant to leave our comfort zone and walk out on faith. As the prophecy introduces a new thing here, it is clearly demonstrating to the children of Israel and to modern Christians that God has plans that we may not be privy to, but we should still walk out trusting in God and His plans. This idea of a new thing that Israel does not know, these events are unprecedented. They're new, but God did not fully reveal them, lest the children of Israel would have taken the prediction lightly and would have said that it was a part of what they had calculated, relying on their own logic rather than God's words. Given the circumstances here, it's clear that Israel did not know of Cyrus and his role in God's plan. After all, Cyrus the Great, the king of Persia, was an unlikely benefactor of Israel. While the downfall of Babylon had been predicted, the details were not fleshed out because Israel would have not appreciated or accepted it, or would have taken credit for it, and in essence would have continued their disobedience. We see here an understanding God who knows the sinful nature of his children and designs a plan to save them that takes into account their very sinful nature. Too often, our approach to wrong is like that of a bull in a china shop, hard charging and not nuanced. God is an understanding God who provided Israel with a nuanced plan revealed on a need to know basis because God looked at his people and knows that rebellion is among them, and these are people that do not accept and are stubborn. So what I'm gathering is we all need to better understand the other person's perspective as we try to lead them down the right path. Our lesson ends with the prophet summarizing and quoting God, reminding Israel of their long relationship with God and his future promises. God says, I am your Redeemer. I am the Lord your God, who teaches you the best way, who leads you in the best way you should go. In essence, he is telling Israel then and modern Christians today that I was your God through your journey. I am your God on your journey, and I will be your God along your journey. That's the lesson for this week. Have a great week. Bye.